Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Restituyo here. Today we're looking at the story The Princess and the Pea on page 25 of your literacy packet and Real Royalty on page 26. And then you're going to answer the questions on page 27 and on page 28. So if we do the strategy reading the questions first, let's read the questions together first. So please turn to page 27. Let's look at number 1. It says, look back at The Princess and the Pea. Why do you think the author wrote this passage? A, to teach the reader about real princes and princesses. B, to inform the reader about a test for a real princess. C, to entertain the reader with a fairy tale about a prince who wanted to marry a real princess. Or D, to explain to the reader how a real prince finds a bride. Number 2, look back at Real Royalty. Why do you think the author wrote this passage? A, to inform the reader about Prince William and his life. B, to entertain the reader with a story about a prince. C, to explain to the reader what the job of a prince is. D, to entertain the reader with a story about a prince who is a father and a hero. Number 3, look back at The Princess and the Pea. How did the prince feel after he could not find a real princess? And then explain, how do you know? Number 4, look back at The Princess and the Pea. How do you think the prince felt after he found out that the girl was a real princess? Why? Make sure you answer both parts. Number 5, look back at Real Royalty. Write 3 words that describe Prince William. Think about the jobs he has had and the things he has done. Then let's look at the question on page 28. Let's look at number 6. Look back at both passages. How are they alike and how are they different? Complete the graphic organizer. So it's just similar to our Venn diagrams. On one side, we have The Princess and the Pea. That's how they're different. You write that over here. How they're the same, both, goes right here in the middle on the castle. And how Real Royalty are different, you write that over here. What's different about each passage, and then what's the same goes in the middle. Number 7, look back at both passages. Which one did you enjoy more, the fairy tale or the nonfiction passage? Explain why you enjoyed one more than the other. Now remember, the fairy tale is The Princess and the Pea. That's a not true story. It's a fairy tale. The nonfiction that has facts and information is the Real Royalty text. Okay? So some of the questions today are going to ask you about author's purpose. So we want to review that with you. You can remember author's purpose by the acronym called PIE, P-I-E. There's 3 parts to the PIE, or 3 reasons why an author might write a text. You want to think about to yourself as you read, why did the author write this text? One reason why the author might write this text is to persuade you. You can figure out if they're trying to persuade you when you ask yourself, did the author try to change your mind? Did the author try to make you believe something that they believe? Maybe the author wants to inform you about something. So, if the reason the author wrote something is to inform you, think to yourself, did the author try to share information with you? Did the author teach you something new? Or did the author tell you how to do something? If they did any of those, then the purpose is to inform. That's why they wrote the text. Another reason why an author might write a text is to entertain you. Think to yourself, did the author try to make you laugh? Or did the author try and make you relax and enjoy the story? If you said yes to any of those, then the purpose is probably the author wrote the text to entertain you. Okay, so as you're reading today, I want you to think about what is the author's purpose. I'm going to start with the first text and read that aloud to you. The Princess and the Pea. We're back on page 25. The Princess and the Pea. Once a prince lived in a faraway kingdom. He was a real prince, so he had to marry a real princess. He left home and began to search. He stopped at many places in the hope of finding a real princess. He did not find one. Sadly, he returned home. One night, a young woman knocked on the gate. She said that she was a real princess and that she had come to meet the prince. The queen thought of a test. She took the mattress off of the princess's bed and placed a small pea on the bed. Then she put 20 mattresses on top of the pea. On top of those, she put 20 feather mattresses. That night, the princess slept on the tall bed. In the morning, the queen asked the princess how she felt. "I feel terrible," said the princess. "That bed is lumpy. I am bruised all over." The queen knew that only a real princess could feel the pea through that many mattresses. The prince and princess married. They live happily ever after. So think to yourself, did that story persuade you or change your mind or make you believe something? Did it inform you, sharing information, teaching you something new, or telling you how to do something? Or was it to entertain you? Did it make you laugh? Did it make you relax and enjoy the story? Think about which one it did that for you in the pie. Persuade, inform, or entertain. Now I'm going to read the next passage. Let's turn to the next page, page 26. Real royalty. Now remember, this is the nonfiction text. Nonfiction means it's giving you facts and information about real royalty. Prince William is the Prince of Wales. Wales is a part of Great Britain. The prince was born in 1982. His father is Prince Charles. His mother was Princess Diana. The prince went to college in Scotland. At school, he met another student named Catherine. Catherine's friends called her Kate. Catherine and the prince soon became good friends. They spent a lot of time together. They dated for 7 years. In 2011, Prince William married Catherine. Now, Catherine is the Duchess of Cambridge. Prince William had a job. He was in the Royal Air Force. He was a helicopter pilot. Prince William is a hero. In 2011, he was part of a rescue mission. His team rescued 2 Russian sailors from their sinking boat. In 2012, he helped save a 16-year-old surfer. The prince is a father. He and Catherine have 2 children. Prince George was born in 2013. Princess Charlotte was born in 2015. Okay, and they have a picture of the flag here. Okay, so now you're going to think to yourself, why was the story Real Royalty written? A nonfiction text. Was it to persuade you, to change your mind or make you believe something, to inform you, giving you information, teaching you something new, or telling you to do something that would be informing you? Or was it to entertain you? Did the author make you laugh or make you relax and enjoy the story than it was to entertain? So that thinking about those, that will help you answer on the next page, number 1 and 2. Okay? If you have any questions, message me in Dojo. Happy learning!